Part of the Minutemen concert series. You go to livenation.com for any and all info on all the shows coming out there at Blossom. Want to go see Robert Plant and Alison Krauss? Car 10. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
Podcast anytime on our iHeartRadio app.
Ooh, what's a podcast?
Like a TV show, but without the pictures.
Baby, that's called radio. What you're describing is radio.
And live on the radio weekday afternoons.
On 100.7 WMMS.
She's a doll, she's a queen, she's a tantalizing teen, and Karen is her name. They call her Karen. At a party, she's a stomper and a rock and rollin' romper. Everybody's glad she came. Hey, that's Karen! She sets her hair with great precision, is her favorite indoor sport, and by the light of television, she can even write a book report. There is no one greater north or south of the equator. Karen's always in a whirl. She's alarming but disarming and a really very charming modern girl.
Karen, brought to you by Lady Gillette. First start to finish completely feminine shaving care. And by Colgate, the anti-cavity toothpaste confirmed unsurpassed in reducing new cavities. And by Purina Cat Dinners, the saucy new way to feed your cat.
The saucy new way to feed your cat.
Man, you really didn't have to be good at advertising back then.
No, you did not.
Karen, she's just doing this thing, and then here's all the stuff.
That's right.
Trash.
Thank you to Tim for sending me that. That was a show called Karen, 1964, that they had on NBC. They aired 28 episodes in 7 months. I guess that's one a week. And it was a very low-rated show. It was like 87th out of 95 shows that were on. Beach Boys did the theme song. A young actor named Richard Dreyfuss was part of the cast. And it was just, any number of movies and shows about young ingenues in the 60s, right? Like, oh, she's so cute, and there she is, and doing her thing. Gidget or Karen, all these ripoffs. But of all the shows, given what we've been talking about with the proliferation of Karen and how it is so deeply embedded now in the culture, albeit in a negative way, but out of all the shows to reboot, why not this one? But make her like this Karen. Reclaim the name. That's your hashtag. Reclaim the name. Bring it back. Update it for a more modern audience. Maybe Karen is rather than being just a fun American teenager who lives near the beach, make her a
influencer.
Sure. Everybody wants to be an influencer, right? Reclaim the name. Bring Karen back and reboot that show. I know that Richard Dreyfuss is largely retired from acting, so he can't be in it. But, and I imagine that the girl who played Karen is dead. Oh, no, she's alive. Okay, so bring her back. She's 74. People go, oh, there's no roles for women of a certain age, but then 80 for Brady. And, granted, it's the same four women. I mean, it's Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Diane Keaton in all these older lady movies. Bette Midler. I don't know who the fourth one is, but Sally Field.
I was just going to say.
Sally Field. Who was, back in the day, who was Sally Field?
Mrs. Doubtfire's husband.
She was the Flying Nun.
Oh.
She wasn't Gidget. Gidget was Sandra Dee. But bring back Karen.
What are you talking about right now?
This show from the 60s.
But
this is how you
Gidget
reclaim.
and Flying Nun? What is
this? Is how you, those are all those shows, though, in the 60s. Sally Field was a Flying Nun. Gidget was again, there were a billion of these shows about like teenage girls who just want to surf and have fun. And all before my time, but I mean, my parents watched them and loved them, and so I'm familiar with them to that extent. But bring back this Karen show. And by the way, bring back its advertisers. There's a fun new way to feed your cat. Which it's 2023. You can make that a double entendre and everybody enjoy it. Colgate. Brought to you by Borax. Whatever. What better way to reclaim the Karen name than reboot that show? We don't need Night Court. Although I guess that show's doing really well.
Oh, yeah?
Night Court is like, yeah. I couldn't get through the first episode, but I guess it's doing really well. But anyway, thank you to Tim for sending me that because I was entirely unfamiliar with the show called Karen from 1964. Alan, have you ever noticed how much Pound Cake looks like Raven Simone?
What?
Actually,
I have not.
he's not wrong. There's some baby pictures of me that look just like
Look
Raven.
into the camera.
Wait, no, I gotta take the glasses off.
And the beard and the hair.
Well, you take off the beard.
Okay, I can see a little bit.
I thought she looked like Nicole Richie.
Raven Simone?
No.
No.
All right.
Nicole Richie is half black.
Which half?
Top.
Yeah, well, anyway. Alan, did you see that they've already had to take down the AI Seinfeld? I did see that. We played this clip for you last week that somebody on Twitch had an AI-generated Seinfeld episode that just kept rolling. And it would just AI-generate scenarios, and the characters are all in it. It was like really poor graphics, just like 8-bit graphics or whatever. But you knew it was not going to take long. Anytime they just let AI roll, it eventually will become anti-Semitic or, you know, take your pick.
Goes to the worst places.
It goes to the worst places. They've already had to shut down the AI Seinfeld Twitch stream called Nothing Forever because one of the bits that Jerry was working on was how transgender people are ruining everything, which to me just sounds like a Pound Cake ripoff. But they've finally shut it down.
Do you have any audio on that?
Is that gone?
Yours or Seinfeld's?
Mine.
Yeah, I think I phased that one out.
Good.
I mean, obviously,
But what
some
is it that
things
you
I'll
said?
always keep.
Hey, I molest children.
Some things I'll always keep, but he said trans people ruin everything. It was out of context, and I used it for...
I'm trying to get him to say it again.
Oh,
Say it again.
no, I'm not going to lead him into that because, I mean, there's a reason I phased it out. But here's the clip from the Seinfeld AI that they...
I'm thinking about doing a bit about how being transgender is actually a mental illness. Or how all liberals are secretly gay and want to impose their will on everyone. Or something about how transgender people are ruining the fabric of society. But no one is laughing, so I'm going to stop. Thanks for coming out tonight. See you next time. Where'd everybody go?
Where'd everybody
This is literally
go?
just every open mic.
It really is, yeah.
Right. Where'd everybody go? So Twitch has said that it's now temporarily unavailable
Unless
because it violated their community guidelines.
Unless you do it as Dave Chappelle, then you get a Grammy.
There you go. Did he win a Grammy?
Yeah.
Man, the Grammys, it's funny. Gwen had him on for like a hot second. I go, oh my God, the Grammys are tonight? It's so not even on my radar. I had no clue the Grammys were on. All I saw was Ted Cruz flipping out because Sam Smith was the devil or something. I'm like, bro, you got tens of thousands of people that don't have power right now in Texas. Like, what are you talking about? Who cares? Sam Smith could be the chubbiest devil ever. What's the matter with that? That was all I saw about the Grammys. And then people talking about Madonna's face. Or how bored Ben Affleck was. By the way, that's not a good way to launch your 40th anniversary global tour as Madonna when people are like, what the hell is going on with Madonna's face? That's not really what you want as you're getting ready to go out there and entertain people again. I guess she was trying to make jokes or something and it wasn't hitting with people. Did anybody see any of this?
No, the only 10 seconds we turned it on for, Lizzo was performing, and we watched her performance, and then that was it.
Are you ready for a little controversy? Come on, people, let's make some noise. Y'all are going to sleep over here. So,
Maybe don't pre-sell the controversy.
Right.
Maybe don't get people going for the controversy. Maybe just let it
She
Happens.
does,
unfold.
She
or-
does look bad.
It does look very strange. She's had a lot of work done.
Here's what I've learned after 4 decades in music. If they call you shocking, scandalous, troublesome, problematic, provocative, or dangerous, you are definitely onto something. That's where you make noise. You are, yeah, thank you.
It's like Jeb Bush up there. Jesus. Please clap. See, that's the trouble too, is you know, you're living in two different worlds, because if you spend any amount of time performing over on MTV, where they pack the front of the stage with fake fans that are going crazy for everything you do. You think 19-year-old college girls are way into Madonna? No, they are not. But they stock the lake with fish. So when you're out there, they're going bananas. The Grammys, it's all like industry people, and they're like, yeah, okay.
Come on, Madonna.
They're on their feet for Stevie Wonder, so, you know, it's not...
I see. I would never pay to see Madonna in concert, but if I happen to be at an event that
I'd go to one of her surgeries, though.
I would not.
Release the tape.
Yeah.
Release the Snyder cut.
Mm-hmm.
Her face now looks like the guy. Do you guys know the Nightmare Before Christmas? The professor that's like in the wheelchair. That's what her.
Oh my God!
That's who she looks like.
That's a
not.
little...
Slugsworth or something.
That's a
What's that
little
name?
mean.
No,
and
Slugworth is
not as
not
good
from that.
as I think she looks like the guy from the painting in Ghostbusters 2.
Vigo?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But that's the thing. Like Madonna performed at like Pride Island in New York City. Now I would not go to a Madonna. I would
Why
not.
don't they
pay-
call it Pryland?
I don't know.
Mhm.
But like I would watch her perform if I was at an event. Like I'm like, that's still Madonna, just because she has name notoriety and she's like an icon. I would still watch her, but she's no Celine to me. She's no Toni Braxton or a Whitney Houston. But I wouldn't leave. I'm like, oh, I'll see what this bitch can do.
Well, she's no Celine because Celine stopped performing.
She got that stiff man syndrome.
Let me give you some money here. It's $1,000, a chance to go fund yourself. Listen closely. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword credit at WMMS.com. That's credit. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Yeah, I bought tickets to a Mary Valentine's Day dinner and a show, and I was just wondering what time doors are and what time she goes on. Maybe you could help out, please and thank you.
Well, I am
They're selling
headlining.
tickets to people and not telling them when the show is.
I think that people just buy tickets and don't really pay attention. But I am headlining, which means that I go on last. The show is at 8 p.m. at the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls. I would assume doors are probably at 7 because they have a dinner package. So doors are usually about an hour, maybe 7:15 before the show starts. So let's, I mean, that
Will
would
you
be-
get dinner?
No, because I'll be coming from here.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I'll eat while I'm there, but I won't be there early for dinner. I'll probably be getting there right around showtime.
You won't eat on stage as part of like a performance art piece that you're trying out?
I mean, I could
Mhm.
if people are up for that. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Something to consider.
Just sit there and eat a full meal while people watch me.
You're the personification of dinner and a show. What did you guys think I meant by dinner and a show? And then you're just up there chowing down, just filling your face.
Oh, wait a minute. No. The show's at 9:30?
No, it's not. It's 8 p.m.
Okay, but I can see why people are confused
Yes, I see
because
that too.
on the website it says,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. No, the show is
'Cause
at,
in the event description it says, I mean, it's Pete. So what do
Yeah.
you expect? Valentine's show with Mary Santora, Tuesday 8 p.m. show. So it's 8 p.m.
Yes.
show. I would get there at 7.
yes.
I say this with all peace and love. How has he stayed in business for so long? He does
Only
not seem
game
to.
in town.
Well, right, but even if you're the only game in town, like if people don't know when your shows are,
That's the
that
only
would
one
seem
that's
to work
marked
against
wrong.
you.
It seems to be that my show is the only one labeled incorrectly.
Well, okay, but why is that?
I don't
mean,
know.
you're going to draw more than some of these other bozos he's got coming in there are.
Yeah.
Why
I
wouldn't
guess.
the event information be correct?
Well, it's not that it's not correct. There's just 2 times listed.
That's incorrect.
Yeah, there's just extra information.
But then people flip a coin. And then this guy is leaving a message. This poor guy who's trying to be a booster leaves a message on our app.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan, I just bought, but I don't know when the event is.
8 o'clock. I'd say get there at 7 for dinner.
Especially on Valentine's Day when people have like other plans.
Tuesday.
It's not like a Thursday night or something where people are like, let's go out, like a game time decision. People are planning around it.
I'll see your show at 8 p.m. that is listed at 9:30 p.m. to my next time there where it's listed at 7:30 a.m.
Oh, Bill's doing a morning show.
Nice.
God.
That's at the end of March.
Jeez.
7:30 a.m. show. Ooh, bright and early. Oh, Pete.
8 p.m.
Claude Stewart. Jeez. You go through some of these names at the funny side, you're like, I haven't. Funny dude, just haven't seen him in a while. Oh, wow.
Well,
It's like a
anyway.
time machine.
You got to find out when you're on.
Well, that's
and
what
then,
we're gonna go with. And Pete, if you're listening and that's wrong, well, that's what you have to make it now. Doors at 7, shows at 8. Doors might be earlier than that. They might be 6:30.
Doors at 6:30 is what somebody's telling me.
That's what it says on the website.
Again, this is what people need to know.
I am headlining. I go on last. I'll probably go on around 8:45, but please get there for the entire show. The show starts at 8 o'clock.
What if people walk in halfway through your set because they thought that the time was wrong? They didn't understand the time.
If
They're
they
like, hey, where's my dinner?
Okay, she got their money.
Yeah, but it's dinner and a show.
Well,
Mary's
that's
the
one
show.
of the packages.
Mary's the show. She's not cooking the food.
That's actually what I'm doing on stage. It's an omelet station. And it's an 8 p.m. omelet station.
That's why it's so expensive, because
Yes.
eggs are so expensive.
Mukbang Mare.
Mm-hmm.
Eggs are dropping in price.
So is gas.
As we speak. Well, as gas goes, so go the eggs.
So I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Alan Madonna looks like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. I mean,
Oh, no.
that's a little extreme, too.
Jigsaw. I saw someone compared to Jigsaw.
Jigsaw's probably the
Yeah, I
closest.
think Jigsaw might
Put
be
some
the
red
winner.
swirls on her
Yeah.
cheeks and you're
I think
halfway
Jigsaw
there.
wins.
Oh, come on. Because it'd be different if she was going to go on a tour and they didn't have the giant monitors. If you some shows you see from a distance and you go, this is great. It can be whatever you imagine it to be. But everybody's on Jumbotrons now and you go, oh, okay, well. And God bless her.
Okay.
There's no reason she shouldn't be out doing what she wants to do.
I'm going to ask you a question, Alan, and I don't want you to get offended by it.
You're going to ask me a question.
Yes.
And you don't want me to get offended by it.
Because you're the oldest person on the show.
Yep.
Did
but I
you-
already know that, so I can't get offended by that.
Did you attend concerts before there were monitors? Or what were concerts like before monitors? If you're up in the cheap seats, that's got to be a terrible concert.
It's why people were camping out for tickets.
Right,
You
but
wanted to get good tickets so you weren't up in the cheap seats.
I'm asking you if you have ever attended a
Of course.
concert.
Yes, of course.
Did it suck? That seems like it would suck.
I mean,
Like, you can't camp out. You have kids and a job. You can't go sleep on the sidewalk.
I remember people bringing binoculars.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To watch a concert through
Yeah.
binoculars? Wow.
Yeah, I mean there was no infrastructure back in the day for giant monitors.
Yeah.
I mean they were
It's just, I get so, I've never seen a concert without them. You know?
right.
So that's, even the mention of that is like, oh, damn, I forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah. I mean the Jumbotron wasn't around till the mid 80s
Okay.
And even then, it wasn't.
in wide use.
Yeah, people only a select few were using it for their, especially like a music concert.
Portable video screens were not used widely for concert tours until the mid 90s.
Dang.
Yeah. So the Jumbotron showed up in 85 at the World's Fair, the Sony Jumbotron. So like Times Square was one of the first, that was a big deal when they had the Jumbotron in Times Square. And now everybody's used to them, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember my mom taking me to see, when I was little, my mom taking me to see Barry Manilow. And they were not awesome tickets, but I didn't care because what did I care about Barry Manilow? My mom liked Barry Manilow. I'm sure she wanted me to enjoy it too. But it wasn't, I was like, oh, I can't see. Oh, come on.
I can't see the bear.
I can't see what Bear's doing at the piano.
I mean, it's kind of like when you go to a concert at Blossom and you're on the lawn and you can't even though they have screens, if you're up high enough, you can't even see them. So you're just like
listening.
Sounds good.
Sounds pretty nice.
Sounds pretty good.
Let me take a break here. If you want to shoot a text, 35192, Alan Cox Show.